Hey family, this is Sugar from c.wsugarinspirations&designs. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to come on and say Happy Thanksgiving. This is Thanksgiving week and a lot of good stuff is going on. I just found out that our church gave away like 500 baskets with turkeys to families, and it's going on all over, everywhere. I know all the way in Chicago, my sister was telling me some things that their church was doing. So it's a time of Thanksgiving, giving, care, and a time to get together with family. So for that, I am grateful. But before I get started, I want to just say welcome. Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being there. I'm thankful for you. I never knew I would get 354 subscribers that would tune in and listen and wait to see what I would post. But you are there, and I am so thankful. I am grateful, and I'm glad you're there, but I want you to stick around. And if you're new, you like the content, please feel free to subscribe. Now, today I'm sitting at my desk. I normally don't, I usually record from my old handy dandy phone, but I'm at my desk, so I don't know what it looks like. I'm in my office, but I'm here. I was in preparation of a Zoom birthday party, so I knew I needed to be here. So, yeah, I thought I would just get this done too. So, anyway, today I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the Lord for his goodness to me. I thank him for my children. I have four beautiful loves, but I like to call them all adults and their beautiful spouses. I want to thank God for my grandchildren. I want to thank God for my siblings. I am so grateful. I am so grateful to just be here in the land of the living. And I also want to just say, I'm happy you're here. So I have been so busy though. I've been so busy in this season that I haven't even finished my tree. I'm going to do that this evening. I did my office tree. I'll take a shot of that. But I'm like, what is happening right now? It's a lot going on in my own personal space. I came through a situation. I'm gonna talk about hope real quickly. I've lately been doing just some shots that I'm modeling now for myself. I'm actually, I introduced some of the ornaments for my tree last week. So you're going to get a double header this month. I'm normally posting just once a month. But in this instance, I wanted to come on and just share some hope. Proverbs, and I don't have my glasses on, Proverbs 13:12 in the King James says, Hope deferred maketh the heart sick, but when the desire cometh, it is a tree of life. That is a wonderful version. I also want to read it out of the Living Bible in the more layman's term. And it says, Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when dreams come true at last, there is life and joy. Well, in my personal season, I've had a hope deferred, and I was so upset. I would say the last 6 months have been, oh my God, I won't say hopeless, but I felt that it could make you sick. I didn't know what hurt. You say, well, oh, ow, like a little kid, everything. My spleen hurt, I think. I don't know what was going on, but I couldn't even figure out what was going on. But I had a hope for something that didn't happen. Now, and it took me back to when I first moved. I relocated from Illinois in 2017. When I did that, I'm trying to see what do I look at. I'm looking at the screen, but the camera is up there. So anyway, I'm gonna try to look up there. So when I got back from, well, let me start that again. Hopefully I could tweak this out of there. But anyway, when I relocated and I got here, I was renting a house from the time I got here, and it was much more expensive because I had a condo with no mortgage. It was paid for. It was paid for, y'all. and all I paid was a $225 HOA and my light and gas. And I came here and started paying almost $900 plus light and gas. And so I was eating up my savings, but I knew I needed to be here. But anyway, when I looked at the house, it was wonderful. It had a living room, dining room combination because it had light fixtures on both sides. And I just loved it. I didn't get it. I lost money on it because I had to, pay for the inspection and all of that. And then I ordered furniture because I just knew I was moving in, but it fell through. When that happened, it was deferred. My hope for that particular house didn't happen. But a year and a half later, I got the house I'm in. So that taught me a lesson. And I was just reflecting on that today. The hope was to have a home, to buy a new home. I hadn't been in renting situation in years. And so it was very hard to just like give that money with no investment back to me. So I was so happy when this house came around, but it tickled me because that other house grieved me. Oh, I cried. Oh, I couldn't even believe it. I was like, oh my God, please don't take it. Please don't take it away. Oh my God, please don't let it happen. And I was like, if you could pray it our way, I was praying that it didn't go away or that situation, but it happened. I got through it. I set myself to just, rent that house for another year or two. But like I said, a year later, I bought my house. So when that hope that I had is deferred, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. But what it means is not that thing or it's not that thing yet. But I had to get to the place, even with that house, that God still knew what I needed. And guess what? I had to apply that to this situation I was just going through. And I didn't do that. I was looking at the loss. And then when you feel loss, I began to internalize it. What was wrong with me? What happened? What did I do? If I did this, and it became, I imploded to myself. And I shouldn't have done that because that's saying I'm not trusting God. He don't know what he's doing. What is happening, and I'm happy now. I can say without a shadow of a doubt, I feel like myself. I'm happy. I'm excited about what life has to bring. And I'm even more happy because that scripture came to me. When that desire is fulfilled, oh my goodness. Hope deferred makes the heart sick, but when dreams come true at last, there is life and joy. That particular thing, whatever it is that you might be thinking of, that you might feel, it's easier said than done. But whatever that disappointment, whatever it is, it's okay. Because you know what? God can handle your tears. He can handle the tantrum. He can handle, I remember I was one of those kids that I would fall out. I'm just going to say it. I would fall on the floor and scream and writhe around, and I noticed my daughter had that symptom. So I knew how to handle her. I ignored her just like I was ignored. But I remember curling my hair and I had totaled my car and it was getting rough. I had to depend on somebody to pick me up for church, to do whatever I wanted to do. Otherwise, I was able to take public transportation to work because I was right around the corner from the Metro. I'm going to say Metro, but the Metro. So that was okay. But then on the weekend, so my sister and I would get that commuter train and we would get off and go to the mall. We'd get our nails done. They would have concerts every Friday in that particular mall at the time, and we would eat, and I didn't miss a beat, but it was like I really wanted to have another car and I didn't know how I was going to get it. My credit was like I didn't have any. It wasn't good or bad. I just didn't have it. I didn't have it. They was like, go out and buy some furniture. Go do so and so. You going need a cosign. I'm like, I don't want a cosign. I don't know. No. But anyway, I didn't know if I would get that car. I didn't know. And so one Sunday I was curling my hair and I was overwhelmed. And I remember saying to myself, I'm gonna fall out. I had the curls in my hair. I'm like, I'm gonna fall down. I'm gonna have a tantrum. And I just heard ever so sweetly, it's not gonna help. So I know now. I'm grown up. Tantrums don't help, right? But I wanted to. And so I wanted to have that just recently. So I don't know how to work this thing. But guess what? If it's not God's will, I don't care how much I cry. It's not going to happen because it's not God's best for me. What is for me is for me. I know we hear that, but it's the truth. It's the God honest truth. And so I'm grateful today that he looked past my tantrum. He looked past the tears because he has a purpose and a plan. That hope that was deferred means put off, extended, take a long time. It's not to say it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. That particular thing just wasn't mine. It wasn't for me, but it's going to happen. And guess what? I'm going to get so carried away when that thing comes to pass. I'm going to be like, oh, yeah, yeah, that's what I wanted. That's just what I want. Just what I wanted. And so it's okay today to have your hope deferred, to have something you've been waiting for. It could be anything: a house, a car, a new job. I've been waiting on a promotion, y'all. I'm like, what is it? Why not me? What's happening? And again, I will all the time internalize it to myself. And that's not for me to do. Just because it didn't happen for me doesn't mean anything is wrong with me, right? Just because you don't get that way you want, it's okay. You may have to do some things and be ready. I remember I wanted a apartment. I talked to my old pastor, and I said, I'm looking for a new apartment. I really need an apartment. And he kept thinking to himself, why is she not asking for a home? Why? But my faith wasn't at a home. I didn't know to ask for a home. I just needed an apartment, and that's where I was at. And believe it or not, I got an apartment. I got a nice apartment, but I got an apartment. 5 years later, I bought a house. But my faith had to grow. I had to build to that house. I had to build to have faith to believe I could afford a house. I had people saying, oh, you don't want that because then it's going to be so expensive. But I started doing homework and I realized, oh no, I'm still paying for all those things, light and gas, water bill, grass, except I have to do those things myself. In a home, I'm still going to have to do those things. So it's not like I'm getting away from it, but it's those things are incorporated in your rent. And in your home, you know what it is that you're paying for. Put it like that. So anyway, my faith had to grow to that. So sometimes if God doesn't give us what we want, it could be not yet. You know, I want you to learn some more things about life. I mean, it just, whatever it is, he got a plan. That's all I know. So I am thankful. I am thankful today that though it's been busy, I haven't finished my tree yet. I'm going to finish it. I finished my office tree. I can't flip this camera so you can see it, but I'll include some pictures of that. But I'm thankful, y'all. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that we have a God that we can trust with our lives, with everything that we have. So my Thanksgiving prayer for you would be that you let God finish that project in you, that process, whatever that is. We can trust him that he will finish it in me. He's faithful to complete it. That's what his word says. So that's what I wanted to share today with you, that I am grateful. And through this season, I don't know if I look like I was pitiful, pathetic. Had people like, how are you? Are you all right? I'm like, yes, I am good. I am really good. I feel like myself. I don't. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that alone because I can trip out. I could cry. I could cry, man. I can cry. But God was not. He wasn't interested in my theatrics. Hyperventilating. He didn't care because there's a plan, and there's a plan for me. So I'm grateful that God is going to carry that out. So yeah, I'm going to leave you because I'm right at my time. So yeah, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Enjoy the week. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the food. Even if you by yourself, enjoy it because it's yours. And look for the good. Look for the sweet. All right? Have a good evening. Bye-bye.